Hi guys, it is Lady Otaku, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I would like to preface this by saying I haven't always been the biggest fan of the Guardian of the Galaxy movies, but I love Marvel as a whole, and I was really hoping that this would be the one to just rekindle my passion for Marvel, considering there have been a lot of hit and misses with Marvel lately. And I'm happy to say that that is the case. I thought this movie was great. I thought James Gunn did a great job directing this movie, and I thought the actors were really great in this movie. The musical score was just on point, and the cinematography, that was, I guess, the one thing that I had some issues with, but I'll get into that. It starts off a little bit different than the other Marvel films. The opening has a very somber tone to it, and they're playing Creep by Radiohead. So that was a nice change up, but it put you in the mood, the right mood, the sad mood. Because we open up with Rocket as a baby, and he's in a cage, and there's this hand that just reaches out to him. And then we cut to present day. As you may have gathered from the trailers, this movie is primarily about Rocket and just how he came to be like he is. So it's kind of like Rocket's origin story. But what I don't like about it is how they position the flashbacks. It would cut to flashbacks at some weird, just like random times. And I wish that they would have just like had one long just like stretch of these scenes with Rocket when he was younger. By them just jump cutting to the past at random moments, it made the film feel a little bit disjointed. Some of the CGI, or I don't even know if it was CGI, maybe it was just practical stuff, but it gave me Teletubby vibes. And more specifically, I'll be specific here. It was the scene where they went to this like organism planet. I don't remember the name of the planet, but the outside of the planet, it looked pretty realistic and kind of gross at moments. But once they got inside, I was getting major Teletubby vibes. Like, yeah, I thought it was pretty bad and just like ridiculous, the way that it looked. There are only a couple things that I wish they would have done differently, but those things are insignificant compared to just like all the fantastic things about this movie. I thought that the score was great. The music is always great though in the Guardians of the Galaxy. They just really know how to pick the perfect songs for the perfect moments. And I thought that the acting was great as usual in the Guardians. I've never had an issue with that. Like, all the actors just really play well into the characters that they are portraying. And I would say that some of my favorite characters in this film specifically was Rocket, and it was Mantis. I really loved her in this. She's just such a compassionate character, and I just really, I would say, relate to her in a way. And Drax is great as usual. He's very funny and just like, I felt bad for him at some moments in this film, but Mantis always had his back, and I really liked that. I also loved Nebula in this. Like, she always comes off as like this really tough, like, hard exterior, just like this wall she keeps built. But I felt like she showed some real compassion in this film, more towards the end, I would say. But yeah, I really liked her character development over these last three films. And Gamora. Wow. Yeah, so Gamora is a different Gamora than a Gamora that we know, because we all know that she died from jumping off the cliff. Um, and so we have a Gamora that has not had this journey with the other Guardians. And so she's there, but she's not there. Like, Peter Quill is still, in love with her, and she couldn't give two, about him. But I mean, they develop, the relationship over the course of this movie, and I think they come to a common ground, I would say. I don't want to give spoilers about what happens. I also love that they included Adam Warlock in this film. I think he looks stunning. I do think that he did more for the film than the film did for him, but I can't wait to see him in future Marvel movies. I just think that this movie overall did such a fantastic job. This was the perfect conclusion to the trilogy of the Guardians. I feel like they did a great job at wrapping up all the different character arcs, and they left it open in such a way that these characters could cross over in future Marvel movies. Let me know if you guys have seen this movie or if you plan on seeing this movie, and leave a thumbs up if you like this video.